Good morning, everyone. It's October 6, 2018. There's a lot of news today. So, before I get started, let me tell you something. I've had one of those weeks where one bad thing, actually, it's been like that for about 10 years, but one bad thing after another has happened this week, and a lot of it's because of my vehicle. If you have ever used Stop Leak to fix your car and you left it like that, and you're just creating more problems for yourself than you're doing any good. That shit is meant to be used in an emergency. It's not meant to stay in your car. And that's one of the reasons why I'm having such a hard time with my truck is the people we bought it off of, they seem to have dumped a bunch of stop leak in there, and now that I've emptied it, all these little leaks are springing up and I'm having to deal with it. And on top of that, I'm covered head to, or not head to toe, but foot to chest and back in some shit that I've never even seen before. So anyway, enough of me complaining. So because there's people on this page that are far worse off than I am. Video of cops killing naked unarmed man in the shower exposes disturbing problems with police. And it is a big problem. I mean, the guy was naked and unarmed. He bared no threat to these people whatsoever. Yet they're going to kill him in cold blood. And that's why I keep telling you guys that a lot of these police are serial killers. A lot of these politicians, even if they don't plunge the knife or fire the bullet, they are serial killers. And you cannot deal with serial killers with love and kindness and hugs and puppies and kittens. They do not have souls. They do not give a fuck. And if you think World War III isn't ramping up under Donald Trump, NATO has deployed 45,000 troops near the Russian border, calling it a defensive move. It's always our people that cause all the problems in this world. Why do we keep letting them do this? Media silent as Senate unanimously votes to declassify docs on Saudi Arabia's role in 9/11. They need to declassify docs on Israel's role in 9/11. And people here that had a role in it. Not just Saudi Arabia. That's only a small portion of the answers that are needed. Governor and Attorney General candidates arrested with 48 pounds of cannabis. And the thing that's real fucked up about that is the governor and the Attorney General there, they would have put people in prison for that very thing, and yet they are out there moving pounds of weed. Meanwhile, I get stuck with fucking charges because I gave somebody a little bit of weed. So, I guess that's what they get. I mean, I don't like to see anyone arrested for that shit, but they were candidates to be in positions to arrest people or support arresting people and prosecuting them for the very same crime. They, here at the Free Thought Project, they say 5 reasons why drug testing cops and politicians is not such a bad idea. You know why? Because every one of them motherfuckers are dirty with something. Well, maybe not everyone, but a lot of them, right? And the reason they don't drug test them is probably because there wouldn't be enough cops or politicians to for it to work, right? So instead they ignore the fact that these people are on drugs. Meanwhile, they pass laws and enforce them on the average citizen, and we get sent to prison for this shit. There's a cop finally found guilty of murder. He is the individual that killed Laquan McDonald. I didn't even know about that, but it's probably a good thing that this guy, there's some justice here. Because most people don't get justice after they're wrongly accused by cops, wrongly murdered by the cops. They just don't get it. And some kind of good news, now that it is legal, Governor signs law allowing people to wipe away marijuana charges. So that's a good thing. I mean, it's a fucking plant. But let's check out this one and then the NATO one article. Because, well, I think these two things can be related. Media silent as Senate unanimously votes to declassify docs in Saudi Arabia's role in 9/11. As dramatic scenes of Brett Kavanaugh protests and support dominated the airwaves, the United States Senate met to vote on Resolution 616, a resolution urging the release of information regarding the September 11, 2001 terrorist attack upon the United States. Remarkably, the passing of this resolution on 9/11 information has received zero mainstream media coverage. I wonder why that is. Could it be that their handlers are responsible for 9/11, and could it be they are helping their handlers cover it up? I think so. September 11th was the largest act of murder ever carried out on American soil, which has been shrouded in conspiracy and secrecy since it happened 17 years ago. It's about fucking time somebody did something to get this information out. Now we need to find out Israel's role in it. Don't forget about the dancing Israelis. Don't forget those motherfuckers were celebrating as those planes hit those buildings. Don't forget. But you know, all you Zionists out there, you'll still support them no matter what. Because they're God's chosen people. Funny, you know, they were the ones that pretty much wrote the Bible. I think it's awfully convenient that they are supposedly God's chosen people when they wrote the Bible. I mean, it only makes sense that they're going to make themselves look like they're divinity or something. Oh man, I can't stand them fuckers. So, World War III, NATO to deploy 45,000 troops near Russian border, calling it a defensive move. And that's on top of the thousands of troops that are already surrounding Russia. This came from RT. Amid ceaseless accusations of Russian aggression, NATO will deploy 45,000 troops to northern Europe in what will be the alliance's largest defensive exercise since the end of the Cold War. 50 aircraft, 70 vessels, and around 10,000 land vehicles will take part in NATO's Trident Juncture 18 drills, which are set to begin October 25th, with live field exercises continuing until November 7th. 31 allied countries and partners are slated to participate. Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, that's a Jew name, described the massive military maneuvers as defensive and transparent. Right, like anything they do is transparent. The drills will simulate the defense of a member state being attacked by a fictional aggressor, but the drills set locations in Norway, Finland, and Sweden leave little to the imagination. So, they don't have drills for nothing. Eventually, one of these events is going to turn into a war, and it is going to be the regular people who pay the price. It's not going to be the politicians. It's not going to be the generals. It's going to be people like you and me. I mean, we are paying the price for their policies, right? Anyway, I thought I'd share this stuff with you. Hope you all have a good day. Kill the state, live free.